Gentlemen, Happy New Year. Hope your holidays went smoothly. Mine were kind of hectic, hence why I haven't really put together a video, but you guys know I'm terrible about being consistent. I'm going to attempt my best to be better about making videos weekly. I'm going to try to put them out on like Tuesdays, maybe Wednesdays, and like Saturday mornings. So I'm going to try my hardest to start doing that. I kind of neglected you guys for a little bit. I took you for granted, and I apologize for that. I really appreciate the support you guys have put forth. There's been a lot of viewership, and things have grown a lot and consistent over the past year. I really appreciate that, guys. Today we are drinking a cup of coffee. A little cheap McDonald's coffee, but it's still pretty good. Better than Sheetz anyway. And we're going to talk about handguns. Budget handguns, to be a little bit more specific. Today we're going to go over... BAM! My 1911. This is a Tisas 1911, and it's kind of a budget pistol. When I picked this up, it was about $320, $330. I don't remember exactly how much. It's been a couple years now. Probably about a year and a half to maybe 14 months. I don't know, somewhere around there. But I bought this because I wanted a 1911, and generally speaking, when you look at one that's 100% steel, you're looking to pay around $600 and north of that, probably in the $1,000 range for a really good one, like a Kimber or Colt or something like that. You're going to be paying out the nose for it. I got this one on Bud's Gun Shop, and I could not be happier with it, honestly. I've really spent the last year and a half shooting through it. I don't even remember how many rounds I put through it, hundreds, but it is so worth the money. I'm so happy with it. Now this model, they make a couple of different models, but this one is like the standard GI model, and it is, I guess maybe when people look at it, they think that it might have some sort of plastic or something about it, polymer, that makes it a cheap gun. That's why it's $350. That's just not the case. I think every single part of this, minus the wood grips here, is steel. Even the mag release feels like it's metal. I would say that's definitely metal. So this entire gun is like very well machined steel. And I'm just so happy with this gun. It is 45 ACP, so it shoots a good sized handgun caliber. I'm pretty happy with that overall. It comes with one magazine, so you're only going to get one for that price, but this is a really nice magazine. It's not one of those little cheapy ones without this plastic part on it, but I really like that. It really adds to the finish of the gun itself, so it just kind of looks cool in general. The construction of it is pretty solid for what it is. You know, it's like I was saying, it's machined steel. If you look at it, the contours of it, it's very, very smooth and ergonomic. It doesn't really have any sharp edges or anything like that. Everything on it is fit and finished very, very well done. They did a good job with this one. Let's see here, I'll give you a little look on the inside. I don't know if you can tell there, but just everything on it is super, super well done. And I put some rounds to this thing. I have not had one failure to fire, one jam, one anything. This thing has been totally solid for me. One of the downsides I have heard about this thing, I personally have not really had a lot of experience with the higher end, you know, Kimber and Colt 1911s. But the one thing I seem to hear about it is that the trigger pull is a little stiff compared to other models. That may be the case, but I have never had a qualm with the trigger pull whatsoever, just because, I mean, I've had Smith & Wessons, I have revolvers, I have handguns of all different kinds and calibers, and they all relatively feel the same to me. Like, I mean, maybe if you're a competition shooter, you might have an issue with the fact that it's, you know, not skeletonized and it's a little on the stiff side. But, you know, if you're spending $350 on a 1911, you're not really looking for a competition shooting pistol. You're looking for your first kind of budget handgun. And this is the perfect budget handgun, in my opinion. It's perfect because it's so cheap. It's very, very, very well made. It's just, I don't see an issue. And it's such a large caliber. Like, it's so big. And I just love that about it. It's great. Now, there's certain things that I've been hearing about the company itself, Tisas. I don't know this to be 100% accurate because I obviously have bought this gun a year and a half ago. But when I bought it, it came with this blue box. So it came with this blue Tisas box. And it came with one magazine, a cloth, a little orange, whatever, I forget. It goes in the barrel. I forget what that thing's called. But that's what it came with. And I guess Tisas is rebranding to some extent. Now they have a red box one. I mean, I guess most of them come in red boxes. But I've heard, and I'm not 100% on this, so don't quote me, but do your research. I've heard that they've had some issues with those. Maybe the fit and finish were too tight, and some of the stuff was causing malfunctions. I don't know that 100%, but I would definitely do my research on it. If you get a blue box one, I think that it's safe to say you're going to be all right and that you don't really have much to worry about. Because as far as this one's concerned, I could not be happier. Like I said, if I spent about $320 on it, so this thing is just a dream at that price tag. It's a dream. Go buy one. I bought a couple extra magazines at a gun show. These were 10 bucks a piece. They look almost the same to this one. High quality, and you can just find these everywhere. They're everywhere, and you can get them for a really good deal. That's one of the perks to owning a 1911, is that it's inexpensive to kind of accessorize. These, if you're not real crazy about the wood grips, you can switch those out for almost nothing, probably $10 to $20 at the most, unless you want to do something custom. But yeah, this really, really is customizable. I mean, taking this off, I saw some really cool ones that were Punisher grips, and I thought that was kind of neat. That's not something I would personally put on my gun, but, you know, hey, if that's your thing, go for it. One of the other downfalls this thing may have had, besides the trigger pull, which I have no issue with. I mean, you can see right there. That's really, I mean, I did that with my fingertip. That's not anything really that stiff to me, but I guess some people have issues with it. I personally don't. Never had a problem with it. Love it. One of the things I do have a problem with, being a standard GI 1911, what that is general issue or government issue, whatever it is. And these sights are fixed. You can't take these off. They're pretty small. Not gonna lie, they are pretty small. And when you are looking down the barrel at it, you kind of got to line that up. It's kind of hard to see, especially if you were in a combat scenario or something that was kind of high intensity. It would be hard to kind of whip that out real quick and get your sights all lined up for a shot. That may be an issue. But if you're using this as a plinking gun or something you want to go take to the range, which is what I use it for, it's really, really awesome. To go blow rounds off and just say that you have a 1911, it's kind of a cool thing to have. And for this gun, I'm just telling you, out of all the handguns I've ever had and picked up, which is a bunch, this one, when you pick this up and you have it locked and loaded and you're ready to start shooting, it feels like a man gun. When you pick it up, you feel like, you know, John Wayne would be proud of you. Clint Eastwood and whatnot, just all those like manly men. This just makes you feel like a man. Like when you pick it up right off the bat, you're just, it just feels good. Oh, I love it. Very little rattle. I'm not really sure what that is, but I know that I definitely did that through burning all those rounds through it. This thing is tight. Tight in the sense that it's not overly tight, but tight in the sense that it does not rattle. It doesn't feel, you know, cheaply made or anything like that. It's definitely a pretty sweet handgun. Now, the uses for this, in my opinion, would be more for plinking, or if you're an open carry person, you could definitely open carry this. This is not going to be a concealed carry gun, not for me anyway. I've spent a lot of time with it. I've been looking it over. I'm actually going to sell this gun probably in the next week or two. The only reason I'm selling it is because I want to fund another 1911 with a shorter barrel, one that's about that long. And that's just because I can conceal carry in my state. I do have a permit to carry. And this one is not going to fit in my pants. I'm not going to be able to smuggle this around when I'm, you know, going to Walmart or the grocery store or wherever I may be going. And I need something a little smaller. But I would keep this. If I had unlimited funds and I didn't need the money to buy something else, I would absolutely keep this just because I'm so impressed with the work that they've done here. It's fun to shoot. If you want to take it out and blow it off, you know, blow some rounds, this is so great for that. And I think you'll really enjoy it. Now, like I was saying about the company's reputation, I can't really testify to that. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they're going through some changes. I'm not 100% sure. That's just, you know, gun shop talk that I've heard. So I would do your research before doing that, but this model is amazing. As far as reliability, like I was telling you, I've never had a failure to fire or jam or anything, not one single time. And the only thing I shoot out of this is Tula ammunition, which is the cheap steel case junk Russian ammunition. It's the cheapest, dirtiest kind you can find, and that's the only kind I shoot out of it, just because I don't want to spend a lot of money on ammo, especially if I'm just blowing through rounds and I'm not using it as a defensive weapon. It's about $15 a box of 50. That's worth it, in my opinion, because you're getting such a big, fat round. It's about as big as my knuckle. I love that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking at getting something that you want to, you know, bargain shop for and something that's going to not break the bank, go get one of these. I mean, just look at the contours. Doesn't that look sweet right off the bat? Tell me you don't want to pick one up. Just a beast gun. Love it. Like I said, only thing I say about it is the sights. That's about it. Check it out, guys. Tisas 1911, about $350. Like, comment, and subscribe. There's definitely going to be more videos coming out in the very near future. If you want to see something specific, let me know, guys, because I'm totally open to doing lots of different videos, and I have a bunch on the way, making a list of stuff now. All right, fellas.